G'day fellas, how's it going? So I think it's about time I tell you the story about my camera. This is kind of a lengthy one, so I recommend you guys get some popcorn. And now that we've got some, let's get into this. So I got this camera about 3 years ago for my 15th birthday and I started using it immediately. I was obsessed with this thing and I used it up until even the day that I was about to sell it. I captured so many great memories with, and I'm honestly so grateful for this camera because I think it's what launched me into where I am today. But like all great things, it had to come to an end. Progressing in filmmaking and taking photos, I wanted to get a new camera, so I decided it was time to sell it. And at that point, it was just a secondary camera that I'd use as a backup or for secondary angles. So I took to the internet and decided to sell it. I posted advertisements over Gumtree, Facebook Marketplace, and even on my social media stories. I wasn't expecting much, but on the first day I got tons of messages. Specifically one from Gumtree who was ready to buy it on the spot. And we'll call this person Richard, because Richard is another word for dick. So Richard responded to the advertisement saying, I would like to offer the exact price that I was selling it for. I was like, great, that's exactly what I wanted. That's why I put it out there. Then they asked if I could ship it to Victoria on their expense, and I was like, of course I can. It's your expense? No problem with that, as long as I am paid beforehand. And then Richard asked, what's my PayPal email? And I was like, too easy, this man wants my camera. So I politely gave him it, and then he said, hey, I'm gonna send you a quick email to make sure it's right. I got the email, I was like, perfect. He's like, all right, I'm sending you through the money. And I was like, wow, this happened so quickly, so perfectly. Couldn't ask for more. So then we started going back and forth with emails about how to ship it, what he would like, and we got to the actual payment. Now mind you, this was a Friday afternoon. I wasn't actually expecting to ship it on the day, but he was like, hey man, I'm gonna pay you if you can ship it as soon as possible. That'd be perfect. And I was like, you know what? That's fine, yes, I'll go to the post office. And then I got an email from him saying the payment is being made and PayPal should send me a message. If not in my main inbox, check my junk. And I was like, damn, this guy's on it. He's making sure that I'm getting the emails. I checked my junk, lo and behold, it's there saying the payment has been made. It's in this process. Basically what it said was he has paid and PayPal has received the payment, and all that they were waiting on was a tracking number from me before PayPal would switch them. I was like, wow, this is a great option. How perfect. Look, they're not gonna be scared. I'm not gonna be scared. It's great. So then to my knowledge, I had been paid, so I made my way to the post office. And I got there, filled out all the information, and express shipped it because that's what they wanted. Sent through the tracking number, and then lo and behold, another email from PayPal saying, tracking number received. Your payment will be paid into your account in 2 to 3 business days. This, I was like, all right, fair. Like, they gotta do some processing. 2 to 3 business days, here we come. I'm about to get my money. Then comes the next week. The package was meant to arrive to Richard on Tuesday, but due to COVID, everything was getting delayed and mess ups. So basically just got stuck in a warehouse. Richard emailed me about this and I explained to him, because I had also been checking to make sure what was going on. And I made it clear to him that it was still there, it's on its way, everything should be fine. And at this point, I still hadn't been paid from PayPal, which was the 2 to 3 business days, and I was like, whatever, tomorrow's the last day, it'll be fine. And then we get to Wednesday. I wait the whole day and not a single payment or message from PayPal about it. So then I do what I thought best. I emailed Richard saying, hey man, payment hasn't arrived, have you heard anything? They responded saying, hey, due to COVID congestion, it's gonna take an extra day. I was like, perfect, he's keeping me up to date, I like this, going good. But something in the back of my head was like, this doesn't sound right, Liam. Like, it's an online payment. What's going on? And then I started thinking the worst. Oh no, I paid me. Then Thursday morning, I did something I should have done the moment I was paid. You see, when I got the initial payment from PayPal, it said that the transaction might not show up on your account until you're paid. And as soon as this happened, I should have emailed PayPal saying, hey, can you check this transaction ID? And on Thursday, that's what I did. I got onto the online customer service and messaged them saying, hey, I haven't been paid, could you please update me? Then the robot responded and was like, hey man, give us all the information you know, we'll run it to a real person, they'll check it out for you. And then I waited. Super anxious, super stressed out, so I took a nap. But when I woke up to the worst news possible. Dear Liam, I've run through that transaction ID and it doesn't exist. There is also no incoming payment to you or from the sender that you have provided. Basically, they just told me I wasn't getting paid. And that is when instant panic set in. Holy shit. What have I done? $700 worth of camera and accessories are now standing in a warehouse ready to be delivered to someone who never intended to pay me. Basically, he had been sending me fake emails from PayPal. Then I went full detective mode trying to figure out. I compared them to real PayPal emails versus the ones he had sent me, and the one difference that I found was right at the bottom of his email was the copyright date. It said from 19 whatever to 2017, whereas the real one says to 2020. These emails looked so legit, and I even made a joke with Lyndon after I sold it, saying, if this is a scam, he's done a great job. Little did I know that that little comment would bite me in the ass. So I messaged back to the PayPal person and said, what do I do? Because I had no idea. And they responded, PayPal can't do anything. Didn't happen on our website. We're not involved. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Next plan of action. So then I was thinking, okay, I need to contact the police, but I can't contact the ones here because I shipped it to Victoria. So I can't even go to this post office. So I went online and made a police report into a Victorian police station, and then a few minutes later I got a call. The police officer basically explained to me that there isn't a lot the police can do because it's a civil dispute and isn't actually a crime. And these words hit me in a way that I was so confused. I was like, it isn't actually a crime? What do you mean? He was meant to pay, he didn't pay me, he's stealing it. The best thing the guy could do, he said, hey, I'll transfer you to the closest police station to that post office, maybe they could do more. So I was like, thank you. Please. So then I get transferred to another police station, and a lady picks up and goes, hello? And then I explained the whole thing to her, and then she gave me the exact information that the previous officer said, saying, this is not a crime. Once again, I was like, what do you mean it's not a crime? Dude, it's a crime. What do you mean? She said, it's a civil dispute, seek legal advice. And you gotta understand, hearing seek legal advice from a police officer, I was thinking, you are my legal advice, I don't know what to do. And the call ended, and all that I was left with was, contact Gumtree, maybe they'll do something. So now we're approaching Thursday afternoon, I'm emailing Gumtree, and the package has said that it will be delivered on Friday morning. And then later that evening, I got a reply from Gumtree, hey, that really sucks, we've banned their account, but it didn't happen on our website, so we're not involved. Bruh! So there I am, sitting Thursday night thinking, PayPal won't help me, Gumtree won't help me, and not even the police will help me. I emailed Richard again saying, hey yo boy, where my money at? Run your shit. I didn't actually, I was like, hey dude, PayPal said there was no payment, I'm just a photographer, if you can make that payment, I'd really appreciate it. And Richard hits me back with the, dude, I've made the payment, let me check something really quick. Ah yes, PayPal should have emailed you something. I checked my junk once again, another email from PayPal. This one set me off. It had said that the payment of $700 didn't reach the threshold of $1,000, which means that it could not be transferred yet. And what I need to do is now send him another $300 for him to add to it to send to me. Man's had the audacity to not only try to steal my camera, but to try to get me to pay him as well. And I lost it. But not to him. I didn't want to know that he called me with my pants down. So I emailed Richard again saying, hey, if the payment isn't made, I'll be contacting authorities. Little did he know, I already did contact the authorities and they weren't gonna do anything. I was trying to bluff. And then I just thought, man, this dick is such a Richard. And at this point, I reached full, I'm a kid, and I called my mom. For those who don't know, my mom is in Africa right now. She was super confused about it because I hadn't really told her anything because it's my stuff. I'm 18, I'm an adult, I was trying to be responsible. But I'm just a kid, and I was like, Mom, I don't know what to do, help. And she said, Liam, you don't have a lot of options. The best thing, and probably the last thing you can do, is go to the post office tomorrow morning, first thing, and ask them. So that's exactly what I did. I set my alarms Friday morning, a week after I had initially sent it, and arrived at the post office the moment it opened. I walked in there and asked the post lady, hey, are you able to get in contact with the Victorian post office? And she responded with the words, no. But you can. And hearing this, I was like, dude, okay, yes, okay, yeah. Okay, she hands me a business card and says, here you go, you can call them. The business card wasn't to the Victorian post office, it was just to the Ozpost helpline. So I sat in my car in the parking lot and called this helpline. I waited for about 10 minutes and went, they probably won't do anything either. Liam, think? So I got onto Google, searched the exact post office that I knew it was going to, and called them directly. After waiting about another 15 minutes, I finally get an answer. And the most compassionate and empathetic person answered. Her name was Kristen. She heard me out, heard my whole story, and then gave me the words of hope. I think I can help. And when I heard this, I was like, yes. I was like, thank you. Yes. Yes. She said that she could contact the guys at the warehouse who will be delivering it. She can't give me a guarantee that they can intercept it, but they're pretty good. And pretty good was enough for me. That is the best news I heard. And then she said, all you need to do is keep an eye on that tracking number and see if it's delivered or if it's not, because that means that they have it or don't. And then I left with her saying, thank you so much. You're the greatest. You're king. You're God. You're the best. I love you. I didn't actually say that. I just said, you're absolutely amazing. You've done the best for me. And she was like, thank you so much. And I was like, bless. You're amazing. Boop. Hang up. So then I was just playing the waiting game. And this was the most tense waiting game ever. My call with her finished around 9:45 a.m. So I'm there constantly checking this tracking number, seeing if there's updates. And then at about 10:30ish, there's an update. Package has been delivered. And here I am, the Sunshine Coast, over the other side of the country, not being able to do anything. I'm sat on my bed watching YouTube videos, trying to distract myself, and I get a call. Hey, is this Liam? Yes, this is Liam. How's it going? I work at the post office. I have your package. Oh, those were the greatest words that I have ever heard in my life. Then he said, don't worry, I have yours. I had to take it out of the guy's postal locker. Homie took it out of his postal locker, meaning that Dick Richard could have been there and taken it just like that. My man's saved my ass. He had my package and he was like, I'm getting it back to you. I'm shipping it right now. And it was the greatest. It was the greatest news that I'd heard. It was exactly what I needed, and I was like, let's go. Then, as late as post can come on a Monday evening, I hear a knock at the door saying, parcel for Liam. I'm broke, I haven't ordered anything. That could only mean one thing. It had come back to me. So to finish it all off, if it wasn't for the two best workers at Oddest Post, Kristen and Tony, I would not be holding this right now, and some dick named Richard would be holding it himself. Right now I'm in the process of trying to reconnect with Kristen and try to get her and Tony sent something nice to say thank you. But it's kind of difficult when they work for like customer service and that. But just know that I will try my best to give them something in return because they saved me so much. But yeah, with that one guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you Tony and Kristen at OzPost for getting me my camera back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're feeling it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.